Hi everyone and welcome to Kids Academy Forrestfield. My name is Yuvraj and I'm one of the educators here. Thank you for taking the time to join us today for our parent information session. We know how important it is for families to feel comfortable and confident about where their child spends each day, and we are so glad you are here to learn more about our service. Today is all about giving you a clear picture of who we are and what we do and what we believe in. I'll walk you through how we create a safe, nurturing, and inspiring learning environment and how we work together with families to support each child's growth. At Kids Academy Forestfield, our focus is simple: to provide a space where children feel safe, cared for, and confident to explore. We believe every child is capable, curious, and full of potential. Our job as educators is to recognize their potential, support their curiosity, and guide their learning through play, exploration, and strong relationships. We see children as active participants in their own learning journey, not just learners but decision makers, thinkers, and problem solvers. We create opportunities for them to investigate, question, and make choices. Every small success, whether it's a new word, a shared laugh, or a creative discovery, becomes part of their story. We also understand that family is at the center of every child's world. Your involvement, ideas, and insight help us create a more connected and meaningful program. When educators and families work together, children experience consistency, trust, and a strong sense of belonging, the foundation for lifelong learning. So today, I invite you to get to know our philosophy, our educators, and the way we nurture learning here. We want you to feel a part of our community because at Kids Academy, we truly believe learning starts with connection. Our service follows two main frameworks that have shaped everything we do. The first is the National Quality Framework, or NQF, which sets out Australia's national standard for early childhood education and care. It guides how we maintain quality across all areas, from educational programming to health, safety, staffing, and continuous improvement. The NQF ensures that every child receives high quality care in a safe, nurturing, and inclusive environment. The second is the Early Years Learning Framework version 2, which focuses on the core principle of belonging, being, and becoming. Um, it encourages educators to see children as capable, curious learners who thrive through play, relationships, and exploration. EYLF version 2 reminds us that every experience, from daily routines to big discoveries, is part of learning. Together, these frameworks shape how we plan, teach, and reflect. They remind us that learning happens everywhere, at home, at the center, and in the wider community, and that children grow best when families, educators, and the community work together to support their development. Let's start with how our services operates day to day. The National Quality Framework guides our policies and ensure every child has access to safe, inclusive, and high quality early education. We take pride in creating an environment where families feel welcome and informed. When your child joins us, we want that first transition to be calm and positive. Before the first day, we invite families to visit, meet the educators, and explore the rooms together. You can share your child's interests, routines, and special comforts, or anything that helps us understand who they are. This information helps us plan the best way to support your child so that coming to care feels like a natural extension of home. Children's health and safety are our top priorities. We follow strict hygiene, nutrition, and medication procedures and have a clear emergency plan in place. All educators maintain up-to-date first aid and CPR certification. refreshed every year through accredited training. These steps align with Quality Area 2 of the National Quality Standard, which ensures children's safety and well-being are always promoted. Inclusion and diversity are also at the heart of what we do. Our families come from many different backgrounds, and we see that as one of our greatest strengths. You will see children's home languages, traditions, and family story represented throughout our program and displays. Educators adapt experiences so that every child can take part, including those with additional needs. Respect and equity guide every decision and every interaction. We also believe in open communication. Families are kept up to date through daily chats at drop off and pick up, newsletters, and digital platforms where we share learning stories and photos. You can message us or arrange a meeting anytime. Your voice and feedback are always valued, and we see parents as a partners in everything we do. All these policies work together to create a safe, trusting, and transparent environment where families feel included and informed. They connect directly with the early years learning framework by emphasizing belonging, being, and becoming. Now let's look at how children learn at Kids Academy. Our program is completed by play-based following the EYLF version 2. We believe play is how children make sense of the world. It's how they experiment, problem solve, and build relationships. Every week, educators observe children's play to see what interests and excites them. For example, last term, a few children were fascinated by bugs in the garden. They used magnifying glasses to look at worms and ants, asked questions, and even started drawing what they saw. So, educators planned a small group project where the children explored insects through book, art, and outdoor play. They created bug houses, compared shapes and sizes, and talked about how insects help plants grow. That's how we extend learning, by following the child's curiosity. This kind of planning is called intentional teaching. It's not about giving children answers, it's about guiding them to think for themselves. Educator asks open-ended questions like, what do you think will happen if we add water? Or what do you think the worm hides under the soil? This approach builds critical thinking, problem solving, and persistence. Our aim isn't just to prepare children for school, but to help them develop confidence, independence, and a lifelong love of learning. We focus on the whole child, their social, emotional, physical, and cognitive growth. Through play, they learn cooperation, empathy, and resilience skills that matter far beyond the classroom. We also believe learning can happen anywhere. Our indoor and outdoor environments encourage exploration, risk taking, and creativity. Uh, Whether they are painting, planting vegetables, building with blocks, or role playing in the kitchen corner, every activity connects back to the EYLF outcomes. Educators document learning through stories, photos, and reflections, which we share with families. This keeps you informed and helps us track each child's progress. When families understand how play connects to learning, it builds trust and respect, and that's exactly what we aim for. Our teaching approach is inspired by the Reggio Emilia philosophy. It's a child-centered approach that sees children as capable, curious, and creative learners. Educators act as co-learners. We don't stand back or take control. We learn alongside the children, guiding and extending their ideas. The environment plays a big role too. In Reggio, we call it the third teacher. Every space, the walls, the tables, the gardens become part of the learning. We fill our rooms with open-ended materials like natural objects, loose parts, and art supplies that invite creativity and problem solving. This philosophy matches perfectly with the early years learning framework, which values relationships, diversity, and learning that grow from children's interest. Uh, we also draw from Biotsky's socio-cultural theory, which explains that learning happens through interaction and collaboration. Educators guide children within their zone of proximal development, helping them move from what they already know to what they can discover next. It's about support without control. We help children reach just beyond their comfort zone. Another key theory we use is Bronfenbrenner's ecological system theory. It reminds us that a child development is shaped by their family, culture, and community. We know that children don't learn in isolation. Their experiences at home and in the community influence how they learn here. So we make sure families are part of that learning journey. By combining these theories, our program encourages creativity, communication, and respect for others. Children are encouraged to experiment, ask questions, and take ownership of their learning. These are the skills that serve them for their life. Strong partnerships with families are at the heart of our work. We believe that you, as parents and carriers, are your child's first and most important teachers. When families and educators share knowledge, ideas, and goals, children benefit most, feeling supported, understood, and valued. From your very first visit, we begin building that partnership. We take time to listen to learn about your child's routine, interest, learning style, and family culture. This helps us create an environment where every child feels seen, respected, and celebrated. We love when families share stories, songs, photos, or tradition from home, as these experiences help us design meaningful activities that connect your child's world at home with their world at the center. When children see their family culture reflected in the program, it builds their confidence, identity, and a sense of belonging. We also recognize that a community plays an important role in every child's learning journey. We regularly connect with local groups such as libraries, cultural organizations, schools, and Aboriginal elders who visit to share stories, language, and knowledge. These interactions show children that learning isn't limited to our walls. It's something that continues in the wider world they are part of. We welcome family input in every form, from casual conversations and story sharing to more structured opportunities like parent meetings, feedback surveys, and special family events. Your feedback helps us reflect, grow, and continuously improve our practice. Together, we build a strong, respectful partnership where every voice is heard and every idea is valued, creating the best possible start for your child's journey of learning and belonging. Our team is made up of qualified educators who bring passion and experience to their work. We have room leaders, early childhood teachers, and support educators who work together as one team. Each educator contributes their strength, whether it's music, storytelling, or creative arts. Leadership here is shared. Our educational leaders support everyone with guidance, mentoring, and curriculum advice, but every educator has a voice. We meet regularly to reflect, discuss challenges, and celebrate achievements. We also follow a quality improvement plan or QIP, which help us review our goals and make sure we keep improving. Professional development is ongoing. Staff attend workshops and training to stay updated on the best practice and research. This collaborative approach builds a strong, consistent team, and when educators feel supported, children feel it too. Children feel it too through stable nurturing care and meaningful learning experiences. So that's a snapshot of who we are and what we do here at Kids Academy Forrestfield. Our program policies and teaching all follow the National Quality Framework and the Early Years Learning Framework version 2. But beyond the documents and standards, what truly matters is connection between educators, families, and children. We want every child to walk in each day feeling safe, valued, and ready to explore. We want every parent to feel heard, respected, and confident that their child is learning in a nurturing environment. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. If you have any questions, ideas, or stories to share, please come and talk to us. Together, we can make sure every child grows with confidence, curiosity, and a strong sense of belonging.